What up, YouTube? I am your host, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, back in here with yet one more video. I brought my bro Gabe. Gabe, say what's up.
What's up, everyone out there? How y'all feeling tonight?
Listen, and hopefully they feeling good. But listen, I had to bring Gabe along. I've had way too much female influence over the last couple of videos. You know what I mean? So I had to bring my bro through, you know what I'm saying, to talk about what it is that we're going to talk about. But you already see the title of this video. Listen, and the reason why I wanted to do this is, for folks who are familiar with alpha male strategies, well, and I see this in the comments section, is that there's alpha female YouTube channels in abundance. And what I wanted to do is, and a subscriber gave me this idea too, what I wanted to do is find one of those YouTube channels, bring it out, let's talk about it. Now, in transparency, Gabe and I have watched like the first minute and a half of this video, yes. And we were like, oh, this is a good one to talk about. It's a good one to talk about. So, without further ado, let's just get in it. Anything to add, man?
She wildin', yo. Big time. I've seen a few of my boys' videos. Yeah. We don't give y'all the real today. Because sometimes women have a different perspective that ain't right. Not saying, it can't be right.
Right, well, sometimes it's not right. But anyway, we're gonna give you our perspective. But without further ado, let's just hit right in it.
I'm going to keep it real. But anyways, so this person, it was like about, being an alpha male and being an alpha female. And so I knew that he wanted me to comment on this because he could kind of see from my comments that I left on his post before that, like, I would probably be considered a so-called alpha female. So I'm like, you know what? Let's talk about this alpha female.
What is an alpha female? I would love to somebody to tell me what they are, because she ain't it, bro. We only get a minute 32 in, whatever. I don't get alpha female vibe from her. I get annoying from her. Just from her. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm a little harsh right now.
So from what you see from her, it's not alpha. It's more like.
It's more just loud.
And you're saying annoying.
The loudest person in the room ain't always the smartest.
All right, so listen, when you hear the word alpha female, like what's the top 3 characteristics that would describe that?
The one that comes to mind is driven. Like, she goes for what's hers. She don't take no for an answer, but she ain't extra.
Right.
Like, she doesn't demand attention. She just gets it. Like, her, just who she is. You don't cross a woman like that.
Right. Because there's a difference between when someone claims they're an alpha, and there's a difference between when someone asks for attention or asks for the limelight. But so what you're saying is an alpha, whether man or female, probably is not someone who proclaims it.
100%.
Because a lot, I see dudes who proclaim themselves as alpha, and when I hear it, I cringe, and I'm just like, well, no, that's not it. Like,
we will kick it. We go out, right? We go out, we meet some women. Let's say a group of 5 women. Mm-hmm. You know who is the alpha in that group. She ain't got to say nothing. Mm. She ain't got to speak. And if you can tell me if I'm wrong, we're usually drawn to that woman. Yeah. I know I am. Yeah. I don't want the loud one. I don't want the one of doing. I want the okay. She's confident. She ain't gotta say too much. She just know I'm it.
Right. Yeah. you don't see the insecurities that you might see with some of the others, like the loud one or the why'd y'all leave me? All this.
I'm looking at her, bro. Like she ain't it.
Well, let's see. Well, perhaps let's give it a benefit of the doubt. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. But I see what you're saying based off of the mannerisms. But let's keep going.
Stuff. So, Pretty Boss TV. The word boss in there, you already know that's alpha, that's boss. All right. So it's funny that he did that, because I had just literally Googled something about alpha female. I don't know what I was thinking about. I don't know why we think Google can solve all of our issues, but I Googled it a week before he asked me to do this comment. So in the post, he was saying things like, how does it feel to, if you're an alpha female, be with a weak man? And then, or submissive, like a beta male, because, you got the alpha males and the beta males. So he's like, if you're an alpha woman, how does it feel to be with a beta male, aka a weak man? How does it feel? How are you going to feel when you're 40 or 50 and you don't have a man no more? How does it feel to raise your kids alone? Yada, 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 this and that. That's how he started it out. So I'm thinking okay, bam. So I answered the question. I'm like, how does it feel to be with a weak man? that shit sucks, okay? I'm getting out of that right now. That's still in the court process of me exiting a weak ass relationship.
So, weak relationship or weak man? You know, so I feel like she's pulling right here. I feel like she's grabbing for something in order to kind of take a poke or a stab at her ex-husband. If he was a weak man, why'd you marry him?
You had a baby by him.
Why hadn't had a baby by him?
A whole baby. You know what it takes to make a baby?
She had sex with a weak man.
And he left it in.
Left it in.
Like, and you allowed it to stay in. Yo, when she was smiling, I was like, I would definitely probably shoot at her though.
She's a pretty girl. That's definitely for sure. You know what I mean? There's no doubt about that. But you know,
so when I think of,
but she got content. Wait, hold up.
A lot of makeup.
Is makeup? Are those her eyes? Probably not.
What do you mean? Contacts?
Those look like contacts.
Ooh, she lying to us? I like kind of wig too.
You think it's a wig?
Stop. I can go all day with this, man.
Listen,
you have referenced the weak man or weak relationship. I think they do coincide though. If let's say I'm a guy and I have a woman who's really a yes woman all the time, or a woman who always wants to please me, a lot of dudes say they want that. I had that. You don't want that, fellas. I like a little. What's not resistance, but I like a little
like give and take.
Yeah, like it's gonna be days where I don't want to do something. I want you to make me have to do something, or kind of get me out of my, I don't know, that funk we can get in sometimes, right? Okay. Versus let me walk over you. If a man is getting walked over by his woman, you can't look at him as a beta. Maybe he just don't want to argue with you all the time.
Yeah. So there's like a push and a pull. You think in a good relationship,
100%.
Like you can bring her up sometimes, she can bring you up sometimes. You know, but kind of inversely to all of that, I think what is not in a good relationship is you can bring them down or you bring them down. Like that's what you want to avoid. Like
if I can change your mood, mind you, we're in a relationship, so it's gonna be days I might do that. But if you allow me to change your mood from good to bad because of how I'm feeling, this ain't gonna work, boo. It's not gonna work.
But vice versa too. Like there should be nothing that she says that can get you off of you or get you out your element or your zone.
Have you had that before?
Out my element or my zone? I think we've all had times where we were just like, wait a minute, like the person who I am that just reacted in that situation is not my normal. I can't front like I've always held composure in different situations. You know what I mean? But I'm still growing. I'm still trying to be the best version of myself. But I know. Right now at 33 years old, like I strive at everything within me to remain composed in every situation, whether or not it's relationship or it's a career situation, because I feel like I can't make decisions that are best for me unless I'm with the most logical eye 100%. Within that decision. If I'm reacting off of emotion, I'm going to regret that decision.
It's a no-go.
Later on. You know what I mean? Lack of logic gets a lot of people in trouble. Hashtag Jussie Smollett. Lack of logic, pure emotion. What were you doing?
Yo,
anyway,
talk about that. That was hilarious. That was funny.
Listen, you want to keep going because we didn't even get through. We didn't even hit nothing.
I'm indifferent on her right now.
All right.
So to answer his question on that, no, I don't want to be with a weak man. 2, how would I feel to be single in my 40s or 50s? Really, I don't care because I don't give a damn about being single right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a daughter. What's so crazy about it, my brother will agree with this probably, but I feel like I'm a man eater. Like, I chew them up and spit them out like a black widow. Like, I should put that in a rhyme, but I'm not even trying to be funny. That's really has been the dynamic of my relationships, and especially since I have.
Yo,
are you proud of that?
This is what we need to watch out for, fellas. she's a proclaimed man eater.
But why are you proud of that? Is you get a trophy for taking a good man or a man who wants to be with you or be for you, and he's too weak.
And eating them up and spitting them out with like a black widow, and that was a terrible rhyme. I mean, black widows don't really even eat shit, like they poison.
She should have said like the what's the thing with the arms? The praying mantis. They eat the males. You know
that would have made a lot more sense. I like that.
Yeah, but no, the praying mantis is female after she's been whatever.
I saw something on HBO like when I was a kid about that.
Yeah, they eat the males. That would have been little black widows don't eat. I think she's just bitter right now, bro. I think she's just upset she allowed herself to be in a relationship she didn't want to be in for so long, and now she's like, he was weak. No, he probably got weak after putting up with you. Bro, we're at the age now. We know a lot of guys who, when they were younger, were different. Now they older and they have kids, been married. They're a whole different guy.
Dog, and that's what and I've mentioned this before. Like, I haven't been in a legit relationship where, like, I'm like, yo, this is my girlfriend and I'm her boyfriend, and way over a decade. And the thing is I've seen that, man. Like, they just lose their self, and then, like what you said, like, you know, you could become more of a beta over time just because you just don't want to deal with the, like, they're just around. And, you know, that's not every situation,
It's
you know.
not.
But
It's a lot.
It's a lot, you know, and then you just settle in on it because you have, like, this time cost, this time spent sunk in, you know.
That's why you see a lot of guys get divorced and then they go out and have a crazy razor fest for the next year or two. They just try and get as many chicks as they can because they lost that kick, that drive, because they was with a woman for so long. They're just like, all right.
Man, that's sad. I mean, dude, let me ask you, so what are the like? Why are so many dudes convinced that that's what they need in their life early on? Yeah, marriage or getting locked down super early. Like, listen,
I think it's family more. I think it's family more often, bro.
Like cultural, like
it's family,
societal, family. Like it's your mom saying, when am I gonna have grandkids?
It's like, for me, we talking about when I got here. It's not the marriage part, I don't think. Of course I want to get married, but that marriage is encompassed in the family aspect. Like, to have a family, majority of the time you're married to that woman, right? There are people who can do it and not be married, but it's like, for me, if I'm gonna have a family, I want to be married, I want to have kids, I want all that. The house, you know, the nice jobs, we drive 2 separate, sedans, we cool, like, we go on these family trips, we have family outings. I want all that.
And I mean,
it kind of comes with that.
But let me be clear. I don't think that there's nothing wrong with having that. I do think that there's a component or portion of the internet that doesn't even want to be married ever at all. And but I think that it's cool for you to at least acknowledge that and say that, because there are benefits depending upon the stage of life you are. Like, it's not one size fits all.
No.
It's just, how do you overcome this new crop of man eaters and like this, like how do you know when you swipe right on Bumble or Tinder, like you are not coming across a man eater? And I think that there's strategies that, you know, we've talked about on this channel before. I know you watched a couple of videos. You know, this strategy like Alpha Male Strategies talks about, which, like, can help avoid getting emotionally wrapped up in a situation like this. You know, before really understanding who, like, what value that they have. You know what I mean?
You know what I do, and it's gonna sound crazy because I don't want to like hearing this. I can be very nonchalant, and it's by design.
Yeah.
Because the way to get it, man eaters, they're alpha women, right? So they're used to a certain type of stuff or from guys, or a guy, how the guys acting. I just kind of go, listen, man, I'm here. You want to talk? I'm not finna chase you.
Right.
You're not finna get chased after. Like, we're not in middle school.
Yeah.
I approached you. I said my piece. It's on you to let me know if you want to go any further with this.
Right.
So that's usually how you get a lot of women that are kind of in that, oh, I'm a boss, this and that. He got to come back to me. Okay, that's fine. Right. I'll be here when you mess with dude and he play you, or you get tired of him.
Right. It's only a matter of time.
A child, which is something that I have been wanting for a long time. I'm not even gonna get into that story, but I have been wanting to have a child for a very long time. I could figure out how to make money. I graduated from college. I figured out all those things. I could figure out how to get in a relationship. That's easy to get a man, but I just couldn't have a child as much as I was trying. Now that I have my daughter, man, I'm sorry, but I still love y'all, but you're just not a priority. Like, I don't need you anymore because I had a child already. Like, I don't need you to procreate. So, deuces. But, no, real talk, I really don't give a damn about being single today or 100 years from now. Like, what I give a damn about is enjoying my life. So, if I have people in my life to enjoy it with that enhances my life, by all means, whether it's friends, whether it's a romantic relationship, family, whoever can enhance my life, I want them in my life. But I don't need a specific relationship or a partner, any of that type of stuff. As y'all know, also, I've been celibate. But them sex dreams been getting cray. I ain't gonna...
What is she talking about? She used the man to have a baby, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. But women do it. Men do it. They do it. But you chose a man who...
Weird men. Let's caveat that.
Well, I thought about trapping somebody before, so... I didn't do it. I thought about it. I thought about it. Not because I wanted her, because I wanted our child would be awesome. Didn't do it.
Was she like a 6'2"?
She was 6'1".
So you was trying to create a basketball team.
Tall, long legs.
You trying to retire early.
Nice teeth. Long hair.
Trying to retire early.
She was dark skinned.
Did she play ball?
Yeah. I thought about it, but then I realized, when you mess with a good woman, you don't want to.
So you want kids sometime soon?
Soon is you can, but yeah.
Yeah. So and I can tell from your personality, like you make a dope father. But I got another friend too who, had a situation with his girl at the time, and now she is his baby mama, and they're not together. They co-parent, but he phrased it to me like this. He was like, "I already got the kid. I already got a kid. Like, what do I need to get married for? Like, there's no rush at this point." And I felt him on another level because, he got something knocked out. Beautiful little girl. I mean, he co-parents and he's happy within that. Now he's uber focused on his career, but pays child support, so that eats into his finances. You know what I mean? But he's got that, so it's like, well, why?
So I understand where she's coming from, because that makes perfect sense. I got the thing that is a byproduct of finding the person you want to be with, right? Byproduct of finding your soulmate or the person you love is to have a family, right? So once you get that, you can kind of go about looking for the person you really want to be with. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you get the baby and you're like, I love my daughter, my son, I love them to death, I would do anything for them. And you look at the person that's their parent and you're like, we cool, but we ain't as cool as I thought we was. Now that I got what I wanted. Now I want to invest in somebody who I really want to be with.
To me, it just sounds like time wasted. I feel it, but it just...
Well, that is why back in the old times, you didn't have marriage, guys. Men would just go around, you impregnate as many women as you can, because we didn't care about this stuff. We were just, at that point in time, it's just, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just nature taking over, right? Like, it's just, this is why we can have multiple partners and women aren't really supposed to. Because it take y'all 9 months to have a baby. And let me stop. Let's go.
But just real quick, the one part that I do agree with her on so far is, everyone in her life that comes into her life is meant for the purpose to enhance something about her life. I completely wholeheartedly agree with that, right? Like, and I think having an intentional focus on not letting baggage weigh you down or hold you down towards getting what you have to have done is very important for your development. You know what I mean? So that's if anything that she spit so far that I do bang with that component. So I don't want to just totally rip, I want to say, what's going on that I do appreciate.
I want to say that too. I love women. I have no issues with what she's talking about. I just don't agree with it because she doesn't seem like an alpha male, a female to me.
It's the delivery. It's the delivery, mama. If she's watching, but
I love you though. I love you. You have very nice teeth.
She does. She's got.
Hey, if you watch it, I would love to tell you all the time.
So shut up, Gabe.
Hey,
Jesus.
You shot when you can.
Lie, like in real life, I be kind of oh my god, excuse me, my princess has been hacking her little beautiful lungs out, so I had to make sure she was okay. But no, like like I was saying, the sex dreams, they've been getting outrageous. Okay, so I do have hormones inside of me, but I just don't have a person who I want to give it up to, though. That's the missing link. Like, hormones are active, yoni eggs on fleek, you know what I'm saying? But a prospect is not there. Like, I just don't know a man who I feel like should get a taste of this honeydew melon. I don't know a man who should get a taste of this cantaloupe, Anyways, let me get to it, y'all. Like, being an alpha woman is supposedly supposed to be horrible. He's like, he sent me a message. He's like, your comment was so funny. He's like, but I teach women how to be, how to not be an alpha female and how to appeal to alpha males. I'm I'm like, okay, first of all, one, I don't want nobody to goddamn change me. That's your first fuck up. Like, I don't want a man who thinks he can change me or that I want to be changed. Two, I don't want a man who think I can change him or that he wants to be changed, because that means you're not comfortable with who you are in the first goddamn place. So, I'm like, look, no, I'm not interested in changing. If I wanted to change, I would have been goddamn changed. I'm not. I like to be independent. My boyfriend that I was with before I ended up in a marriage that is about to be over, before I ended up in that, I was in a 2-year real deep relationship. Like, we had a good open relationship. Our only rules was nobody's supposed to get into a relationship and nobody's supposed to have kids. I broke the rules. I'm sorry, Betty. Okay, but within the
it's a lot there, man. There's a lot there.
There's a lot to unpack. We'll start with the good.
Yeah. She wild.
You know what? You start.
I mean, just from what she just said now, the whole having a guy, and they were supposed to be waiting on each other or whatever before she got married.
She was in a situation.
Yeah, situationship, and she couldn't have a relationship or have a baby, and she broke one of the rules. If you got that, I was told,
is that cheating? Is that cheating?
So
if you in a committed situationship, that exists.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If you're in a committed situationship and you step outside and you have a kid with somebody, is that what she's saying? Said she had a kid with somebody?
Yeah. Well, no, she had got married. Was the person she had a kid with? Wasn't she married to?
Where do you think she's from?
Oh, she definitely from down south.
You think so?
Oh, that accent. You hear that accent?
I feel like
that's not a West Coast accent, bro. That's a down south.
Yeah, I feel like, but it sounds like a metro down south. Like, I could see if she was born in
I'm thinking
Atlanta
Louisiana
proper.
or something. You think so?
Louisiana? I don't think. She don't have a twang.
She don't. It ain't Texas.
She might be the Midwest.
It ain't Texas. I don't know. She not from Midwest, bro.
You don't think so?
Midwest women, in my opinion,
she might be from a Chicago.
She be a little too hood. She in his hood.
Too hood for Chicago. What you talking about?
Just looking at her, she ain't got no. She claims to be a boss. I don't see any
but that can be from. She can be. I see what you're saying though.
There is Midwest girls have a certain, especially the ones that claim to be alpha. It's a simple. It's I do this. This is me.
I would say that's. Well, she's kind of saying that.
But she ain't doing it. I could say I'm this and that, but if you ain't seeing me do it, it ain't the truth, is it?
So let me say one thing good. And when I say good, I think that this is something that all dudes should put into their toolkit to some degree. Notice when she talks about herself, to some dude who's gonna want this kiwi, strawberry, watermelon, this, that. So what she's doing is she's putting herself in an abundance mindset. So she is the prize, right? So that's how she's communicating it out. And truth or false, I don't, whatever. I think that this is something that we have lost sight of as dudes, is thinking of ourselves as the prize, right? Yeah, she's dope or whatever. I'm just talking about any random female, but I'm dope too.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think that this mindset is lost among us. So sometimes we walk into situations with some chicks, and we feel damn, I can't believe she's even allowing me to talk to her.
I agree, but then it's a flip to that, because I feel like, John, we have that mindset, and guess what we get called a lot of? Arrogant, cocky. What's the other word to start with an A? Nah, what is it?
Ass.
I got called this the other day. Conceited.
Yeah,
because we look at ourselves yo, I work out. I have a good career. I know what I'm gonna bring to the table. So I should talk to you.
But listen though, I think even though that could be our tags, it doesn't lower us in terms of how they value us. It doesn't at all. They can call you arrogant, but if you're not confident in yourself, who else is to be confident within you?
Your mama.
That's it.
I'm not trying to date my mom, bro.
Yeah, listen. But it makes sense to me. But I think there's a lot of dudes out there who may not understand the concept, right, of or the importance of communicate self-worth, communicating your value, and honestly, truly believing in that, and believing in it because you do dope things, and you spend your time doing dope things or creating something. You don't spend your time watching Love and Hip Hop on a complete Saturday.
Hey, Love and Hip Hop is a dope show.
Listen, I've never watched it a day in my goddamn life.
I have because when Cardi B was on, I love some Cardi B. I don't like her music, but Cardi B is an attractive woman.
She's alright.
You wildin', bro.
You got to go to New York and see some other Dominicans.
I've been to New York and I have yet to go to like the real life New York, in my opinion.
Listen, we gotta take you to New York and we gotta bring you to Spanish Harlem and just let you loose.
I don't want let me loose
and just let you loose. All right, you want to keep going?
Yeah, man, because I want to see
this relationship. I'm not sure if we would work close up together. It was a long distance relationship, which we do good apart. You know what I'm saying? And then when we come together, it's good, and then we do good apart. But close up, I remember, it was a point in time he was talking to me about marriage and having kids before I actually did it. And I was like, no, I want to do, finish doing what I'm doing with business, and you're almost done graduating from college, and we'll just be in a better place, and then we could talk about that later. So in the midst of that, one time he told me, he's like, I just want you to be my trophy wife. Like, why can't you just be a trophy wife? And I was like, no, yuck, like, ew, like, what am I supposed to?
Who is this gentleman? What you want her to be? Yeah, am I being me?
No.
Who?
I think he just saw the ass and didn't see everything else.
She's she has a facial structure as if there's. She walks with a wagon behind her. That's
a good point. If not that, she back then she had to be real tight, like just
wanted to be a trophy wife.
That's how I know she's from down south.
Maybe
ain't no New York, Ohio dude saying you want a trophy wife. Anybody saying that to her?
Yeah.
Down south though, somebody who grew up one of them big Atlanta homes. His dad was a pastor or something. I don't know. And, they went to high school together, college together. Yeah.
But she's right though, because look at the title of the video. Alpha females don't want to be trophy wife. Like they don't. They don't. I mean, I think for your definition of an alpha female, they don't want to sit at home all day and clean and cook and.
Not even that, because if you're a trophy wife, you're not doing that. You're a trophy wife. Your man's probably making good money, so you ain't got to do all. Y'all hire people.
You hire lawn, yeah.
But you don't want to
hire a babysitter.
If that's the case, I just don't think they want to be taken care of. They want to be. I don't want to say they want to be breadwinners, but they want to be the woman who's like, I do this. I have this, not we have this. This is mine.
Right.
I worked for this. They have an I mindset versus a we mindset. I know a lot of men. You can tell me if I'm wrong. If they get to a certain point, it's me and my wife. Yeah, I might be a breadwinner, but it's our house. This is our stuff. Women sometimes, in my opinion, no, I don't want. This ain't a we thing, because everybody expects the man to have made the more money. No, this is my stuff. I think that's what, in my opinion, alpha female, what she's talking about is she has an I mindset versus a we mindset.
Right.
Because she got an I mindset, 100% she do.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you.
That's why she don't want to be a trophy wife. Like, I won't want. I mean, she cool. I'm just going back to the eye. She has very nice eyes, bro.
I think they contacts, bro.
You might be right.
All right, let's keep going.
Do nothing but just sit around and be cute and live in your shadow. No, when I was in high school, my friends was talking about having kids and getting married. I was talking about like, look, I ain't trying to do that till I'm in my 30s. I'm trying to get to this bread. I've always been oriented like that. That's not something that I can help, and it's just so funny that I ended up being the one married with kids, still making the bread though, but I ended up with that, and that's never what I was looking for. Like, I'm still in my 20s, and I wanted to wait until I was in my 30s before I started all that or whatever. But it's cool. Everything happens for a reason, and honestly, since I've had my daughter, my game just stepped up. Like, the way that I make money, the way I earn my living, like my boss status, all that then got way better, because it's like I had to focus and do things that actually work, because I can't be risking stuff when I have a daughter to keep food in her belly, shelter over her head, pay that daycare part-time just so she could socialize. You know what I mean? So all those things, get her J's every now and then. I don't do J's crazily, but baby deserves J's every now and then. So to do all,
you threw her crazily. How old is this girl? She ain't 30. She's not a 30-year-old person.
No, I think she's younger than that.
Like, she used the word crazily, one, and the way she's talking about
the
just
J's.
her stuff.
Yeah.
I don't we just talked about this earlier. I don't like dating women that are too younger than me. Too much younger than me.
Yeah. Like
because of that, I don't like. I'm out here talking to them and be like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah. Like I don't know. This is it's a weird point for me. Like the J's, like putting your baby in J's. Like, listen, if you have the money to do whatever that you want. But like, if I hear a woman say that, it's not on my wavelength. Right, like I'm gonna take the extra $100 that you paid for shoes that the baby's gonna grow out of in the next 3 months and put it in a college fund. I'm gonna take that money and I'm gonna put it in a stock in their name. Right, like it's the mindset that we have to get ourselves out of feed it into marketing. Like feed it into what they told you that you should buy, as opposed to helping you, giving you the education to save for yourself. So then that $100, it turns into $1,000, and then turns into $10,000. Then it turns into $100,000 by the time that baby is old enough to receive it, right? Like, so the baby gonna care about wearing Jordans? Like, they gonna look back on their Facebook pictures of you and be like, "Mom, you didn't get me the Jordan 7s in size baby 12." When I was a 1-year-old,
I couldn't imagine going to Mom's house. Mom, when I was 1, you had me in these clickies. Like, what?
Wouldn't care.
I don't know what.
I wouldn't care.
You know how much daycare costs, bro?
Now, you know what I would care about? If I was old enough to have my school paid for because of your investments.
Yo.
And that just sets me up so much better in life.
100%, you right.
It just that's what I would be. That's what that I would be. You know, but in the black community, we have to switch this mantra. You know, and it takes
slowly. It's happening.
It's happening slowly. It's happening over time. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Anything else to say about this one?
Yeah, she's young, bro. And the more and more,
but like mentality or age?
Both. Just hearing the way she says things, how she talks about certain things. If I was out on a date with her, I would look at her like, what are you talking about? And sitting there looking at her thinking, why am I here? Yeah,
no, I totally agree.
Because she's not an alpha, bro.
If this is this maybe not scary, and maybe she's like playing a little bit of a character on these videos, and that's very possible as well. But like, I feel like she's probably also smart enough to not say things like this on the first date. So it's like you have to go in there. I mean, she's probably smart enough where she would be able to judge, like depending on what she wants from you. Like if she wants a relationship versus, you know, she wants your money or this. Or she doesn't appear like that. I'm just saying, just in general, like it just depends on that, in a sense that she probably won't tell you these things at first. So it's like, I don't know. I always keep myself like aware of like everything that they say. Like I'm very cognizant of how, the type of materials that they have on. Like if I get into their car, like I see how they drive. Like and some may call it I'm a judgy dude, but I feel as though it's just data inputs. I'm just taking all the information in and coming up with an archetype which can help me decide whether or not this person makes sense to tag along in my life. And I've messed up like over the past, you know, I'm 33.
You gotta practice, man.
You gotta practice though. I've messed up as early as like 2 years ago. That's a story for another time.
Yeah, I knew you didn't.
Yeah, no. I told you this story. I think I told you this story. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. But anyway, let's get back in it.
That I had to make sure that I support myself. So the question is, he's like, well, if you're an alpha woman, you're gonna get a weak man. I've only been in one relationship with a weak man. I'm not even gonna put him on blast. But all of my relationships, I've always dated like alpha males. But that was always our problem because, it wasn't always a problem. Like for some, like my high school sweetheart, which I'm not gonna say his name, but he knows who he is because I dated him in high school, and we dated on and off for like a very long time, even after high school. But he was my high school sweetheart, and he was like the basketball star. You know, I was the cute girl. We ain't go to the same school. I ain't never date nobody at my school. But, you know, it was cool. But the thing about it is that with alpha males, one of the things, if you get a so-called alpha male, sometimes they're cheaters. The reason I didn't mind in high school is because I was a cheater, too. But, you know, so I never gave a damn who was doing what because I was always going to do me. But now that I'm a grown woman and, you know, I have a child and I like to take care of myself to a whole nother level, I'm I'm not into being with somebody who's like having sex raw dogging everybody. It's one thing to be out there having sex with a condom. It's one thing to be out there having sex raw dogging. That's just fucking sick and pathetic. Okay, strap your fucking self up. Okay, that's to you. Goddammit, you know who I'm talking to. But yeah. So I can't do alpha male, y'all. Like, I don't want a weak man neither. I need a man who's like me, but complimentary to me. You can call me an alpha woman, but I just feel like I'm unique. Like, I'm the type of female. I've never looked up. I'm not saying I necessarily look down, although I have looked down to them. But
every man thinks they're not like everyone else.
Everyone thinks they're unique.
That mind you are to some extent. That don't. Everyone's got that little thing about themselves, but she's also contradictory. I don't want an alpha man, but also don't want a weak man. Then there's only one of the two. You don't get.
You think there's only an alpha or beta, or it's like on a scale?
It's a scale. Okay, it could be a scale. There are alpha males who understand to have a happy home. Sometimes you have to be submissive.
Wait, say that again.
There are alpha men who understand sometimes to have a happy home or have a happy wife or life or woman. You have to sometimes be submissive, and that's not being a beta. That's being a good leader. It's one of those things where even the lion sometimes have to wait for the lioness. Like even the head male, even though they're the alpha male. Like in the jungle, that's the alpha male in the jungle, right?
Mm-hmm.
He leads whatever the thing is called,
right?
Their pack or whatever,
right?
But at the end of the day, he still has to be submissive certain times. He don't go hunt. He needs them. He has to lean on them. I'm the alpha. Why should I depend on them to get food? You could always say, well, he makes them do it. No, he needs them to do it because he's too large. He can't run as fast as they can. He might be stronger than them, and when they need him, to finish something, he can. But at the end of the day, he still needs them to be able to survive. Because
so I agree with you, and I think that to a degree there's like a give and a take.
Yeah,
I mean, we were talking about that before. There's a give and a take.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Or is it just a take? Is that what alpha means, or you feel like? So this is the thing is like I feel like for long-term happiness, like, and maybe this is a separate conversation, but I feel like for long-term happiness, and she said it in the beginning, like, do you really want to be 50, 60, 70 years old and not have like a best friend,
a partner,
right? And I think it's different at 30. It's even different at 40. But when you start getting like 50, 60, 70, like, your life is not, on a Friday night going out to this, new spot and hanging out. And
it's also not, let me see what such is doing, because during the work week, you just want to be by yourself sometimes.
Sometimes. And that's not to say if you are 50 and that's your life, that's not saying anything against you. But, but some people just, they want to fall back and watch TV, play video games with their partner on a Friday night.
Say, let's get a pizza and watch Netflix, or let's watch, I don't know, let's read together.
Right.
I want that.
Read?
Yeah.
We both be sitting next to each other.
Like you had your book over there, I had mine over here, and we just in each other's space.
I see what you're saying. I thought you meant
ain't nothing more beautiful
like read each other's
than
minds.
a woman who can be in your space, or y'all be in each other's space, and it's fine. She ain't gotta talk. You ain't gotta talk. She ain't worried about what you think about. It's just we in each other's. There's nothing more sexier to me than that. Like, why we always gotta talk? Just relax. Can we just sit here and just be with each other and not have to talk to each other? She gonna talk my ear up.
That's real. All right, so listen. Do you think we should end? I mean, this has been a long video. Like, do you think we should keep going like a little bit more?
I mean, because at the end of the day, I see where she's coming from. She's, like I said, she's an I woman. She wants her certain things, which is perfectly fine. The right man will come along and it's gonna not change who she is, but she's gonna put in perspective like, this is a man. And a lot of times, a lot of women haven't met their man yet. They met a guy.
Right.
Of course they met a guy. He was cool. But they haven't met that man that's going. He just demands a certain amount of respect from you.
Right.
He ain't got to say it. He ain't got to ask for it. You just give it to him.
You just give it to him.
And that's the type of man you want. And you can still be an alpha woman. It's just at the end of the day, what he say go, because he is the head and you are the neck. And the head can't go nowhere where the neck go, right? But at the end of the day, the head is we lead.
Right.
So
that's real, bro. I love that we close on this note. But Gabe, I appreciate your time.
Fun, man.
Listen, man, we gotta keep on doing this, man. This is good conversation.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
I'm a bad friend, guys. I don't hit my mans up as much as I should. Been busy. I'm gonna get better at hitting him up, making sure we do more stuff, support his stuff. Right. He's doing a great job with this. Man, y'all keep supporting my man.
Appreciate it, man.
we'll have to give you guys great content.
Let's do it. But thank you so much for coming again, man. And listen, I'm busy too. Let's not even act like it's not me as well. But I mean, I'm focused.
Hey.
I'm focused. We both focused. You know what I mean? We doing our thing.
I'm trying to have an eye mindset sometimes. I want the house.
Let's do it. Hey man.
Hey, old girl though, if you are ever in Ohio and you want to grab coffee and have a conversation about alpha males, alpha females, and want to be trophy wife,
leave it down in the comment box. I'll link y'all up.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm always down to talk to a beautiful woman about stuff.
There it is. All right. So until next time, leave comments down in the description box down below. If you made it this far, we bang with you. We honestly do. But leave comments down in the description box below. Let's continue the conversation for the culture. All right? Take care, you two.